The baseline human experience often begins in a state of paralysis. We navigate the day weighed down by anxiety over a future we haven't reached, while remaining tethered to the errors of a past we can't change. This weight presses down on every potential action. When fear remains the primary driver, the individual is forced into a reactive existence. They are no longer the author of their day, but a passenger waiting to see what external pressures will force them to move next. This loop defines cognitive paralysis. An anxiety trigger hits the system, resulting in either a flash of reactive anger or a permanent retreat into a familiar comfort zone. Once inside that zone, the cycle resets, waiting for the next trigger. Operating within this defensive loop keeps your capabilities locked in the dark. You cannot build a new reality while your entire cognitive budget is spent defending against the old one. Beneath these layers of reactive fear lies a dormant energy, an inner fire that remains untouched by external circumstances. Accessing this energy requires a cognitive overwrite. This is a disciplined protocol of unyielding self-belief statements that gradually replace old, fearful patterns with a new operational baseline. Reality functions as a programmable framework. By taking the reins of the mind, you move from a person who things happen to a person who dictates how the framework responds. Mastery begins with stabilizing the internal environment. The architecture of the mind cannot be altered until the physical body is anchored. The breath serves as a mechanical overwrite. When a deep breath is drawn in and then slowly released, it neutralizes the ingrained fear response, bringing the nervous system back to a state of equilibrium. From this state of balance, we introduce affirmations of internal power. You speak to the self as a calm, balanced, capable force. Part of this stabilization involves the conscious release of past errors. Forgiving yourself is a practical necessity. It reclaims the mental energy previously wasted on regret and redirects it towards growth. By claiming command over each thought, you function as the undisputed internal commander. You decide which ideas are permitted to stay and which are evicted. This internal peace acts as a foundation. Without it, any external success is built on sand and will likely collapse under the first sign of pressure. Once the interior is secure, the focus shifts outward. We move from a defensive posture to a state of defiance against external obstacles. This is a psychological pivot. Instead of fleeing